The great thing about Moody's Analytics calling out the Philippines for economic mismanagement is that Rodrigo Duterte's army of internet followers have nowhere to go. Certainly, they're all over the Twitter sphere defending their man in the presidential palace. But the misdirection and whataboutism can't explain away how quickly the Duterte reform drive went off the road. And the extent to which his war of choice against the drug trade hurt an economy that was zooming along when he arrived in June 2016. Most Southeast Asian leaders face challenges with illegal narcotics and addiction. Only Duterte, though, seemed to make it the raison d'etre of his presidency. A big casualty of that decision is the progress Duterte's predecessor, Benigno Aquino, made turning around a long-neglected economy. From 2010 to 2016, Aquino set out to devise a system focused on growing better, not just faster. He went after graft and tax cheats, increased accountability and transparency, and scrutinized giant building projects and other contracts. In short order, the Philippines scored its first-ever investment trade ratings. First, Fitch Ratings in 2013 and then Moody's Investors Service and S&P Global. Foreign direct investment zoomed Manila's way as the one-time sick man of Asia enjoyed its new status among emerging market darlings. Duterte was elected to supercharge things. His 22 years as mayor of the southern city of Davao earned him a sort of folk hero status. The city was reputed to enjoy faster gross domestic product growth, lower crime and less bureaucracy than the national average. Sadly, Duterte prioritized guns over butter. The ferocity of the drug war drew rebukes from the United Nations, Human Rights Watch and even the Vatican. Few shoutouts, by sharp contrast, came from the global economic gradekeepers. This gets us back to Moody's Analytics turning gloomy on Duterte's economy. Thanks to skewed government priorities, the Philippines entered the pandemic with serious pre-existing conditions. The public debt burdens that Aquino worked to reduce risk returning. Corruption is continuing to be a problem. In 2019, Manila plunged 14 notches in just 12 months in Transparency International's rankings. It managed to gain back 2 notches the following year. And the growth that Southeast Asia's fifth biggest economy enjoyed pre-COVID-19 was largely the product of turbocharged easing by the central bank. Then came the lockdowns and Duterte's poor handling of getting vaccinations into arms. As a result, say analysts at Moody's, the Philippines isn't forecast to return to pre-pandemic levels of output until the end of 2022. In contrast, China, Taiwan, South Korea and Vietnam have returned to previous output levels, while Indonesia and Thailand are on track to return this year. This, Moody's says, makes the Philippines a regional laggard at the worst possible moment.